going on YouTube? It's your girl Mercedes. Mercedes gang, you feel me? The gang, because we don't come with no price tag, period. Anyways, y'all, I'm back with another little reaction video. I will also be dropping possibly another video today. We're gonna see, but I had some friends wanting me to react to the whole David situation. I really tried to avoid doing this, you know, with this situation here, but I'm not gonna say too much. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below about this situation. Do y'all think he did it? Do y'all think he didn't? I only know the basics. I don't know too much. Please like, share, and subscribe to The Truth Is. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel. And let's get into it, because I'm honestly, based off of the basics, I'm pretty disturbed a little bit by this. So let's get into it.
September 8th, the world had no idea who this girl was. Her introduction to the masses came in the worst way imaginable. Her body was discovered in the front trunk of a Tesla one day after what would have been her 15th birthday. This is the story of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, and it has permeated the media for a sad, tragic reason that we can all agree is truly disturbing. Everyone has the same questions about this case and wants to get to the bottom of it. How and when did Celeste meet David? When did they start dating? And what led to her disappearance and mysterious death? Most importantly, why hasn't David been arrested after finding so much evidence that links him directly to her death? Today we will examine all the details of this case to determine what really happened to Celeste Rivas Hernandez. Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to The Truth Is, where I drop new videos exposing the truth weekly. In today's episode, we will be talking about Celeste. Let's get right into it. Celeste Rivas was born on September 7, 2010 in California. Not much information is known about her early life until she was in middle school. It is believed she started attending middle school in the fall of 2022, registered as a student in Lakeland Village Middle School in Lake Elsinore, California.
Have you ever wanted to see your home from space?
Oh my gosh.
With this free
Not for real, no. I can go buy a whole telescope for that.
Satellite
Like,
Earth Maps
what?
tool, you can zoom right down to...
Bye.
This just so happens to be around the same time she met a man named David on social media. According to reports, Celeste was between the ages of 11 and 12 years old.
Oh
and
my
David
gosh. Yeah. I remember that was like a big thing, especially like back then, like when I got to around that age. Like my mom, she really kept me pretty much off social media, you know, kept me outside, kept me at basketball practice, you know what I mean? Social media was obviously like new to everybody, but in a way was kind of dangerous, you know? So, especially for younger people like her, this is honestly just devastating.
was around 17 years old when they met. Celeste seemed to be in a group chat, a part of David's Discord server. A screenshot has been posted online showing David asking if Celeste was in the chat, with a person by the name of Celeste responding. In 2022, there seemed to be no issues, and it was unclear if Celeste and David had begun their relationship. But around this time was when David released his song Romantic Homicide. David released Romantic Homicide in July 2022, which could or could not have been before he met Celeste, as it is likely he already knew Celeste before that screenshot of their conversation was taken. So it is possible that David wrote the song Romantic Homicide about Celeste, especially when you see the music video. David released a music video for Romantic Homicide on September 7, 2022, which just so happened to be Celeste's 12th birthday. In the video, like we went over previously, we can see a woman who seems to favor Celeste in appearance. In that video, David is seen wearing a blindfold sitting in the rain, while shots of the girl are being shown. Towards the end of the video, the girl who looks like Celeste is seen on a bed covered in blood.
This is sick. This is sick. It's like making my stomach hurt. This is scary. Wow, she was so young. Oh my gosh, I'm like really trying to digest all this, because this is too much.
David stands over the bed and looks at her. David even opens a luggage with bloody knives that fall out of it. Like I mentioned already, this video was released on September 7th on Celeste's birthday, which might suggest David had disturbing intentions for Celeste since the day he met her. When you read into the lyrics of the song Romantic Homicide, David is heard singing about a girl dying in the back of his mind, and also singing that he didn't regret it. The evidence seems to suggest that around this time, David knew of Celeste and had just recently met her. This music video was either some eerie foreshadowing or proof that he could have been planning this since the very beginning. On November 22nd, David released a music video for her song Here With Me. In the song, he sings about not caring how long it takes as long as you're here with me, which knowing David now might suggest that he was referring to waiting for Celeste to turn 18 before publicly dating her. In the video, he again seems to show a girl who looks awfully like Celeste, again, possibly indicating that David might have been romantically involved with Celeste, or at the very minimum, interested in her. Not long after Celeste met David, the trouble began, as just 2 years later she would start running away from home. But before she fully started dating David, it appears she had another boyfriend named Damian Hernandez, who recently gave an interview with TMZ. During the interview, Damon makes some accusations that, if true, could give us insight into how things were at home for Celeste. According to Damian, he dated Celeste when he was 14 and she was about 13, around late 2023 and early 2024. They met each other at school when he was in the 8th grade and she was in the 7th grade. Damian claims that Celeste told him some things that are now concerning under the current circumstances, claiming that Celeste had trouble at home with her parents and that she didn't like the way they treated her. Damian also claimed that Celeste had told him during PE one day that she was planning on running away from home because of her parents. Then not long after, Celeste was gone and wasn't seen for some time.
Her mom didn't treat her well or whatever, and she didn't like where she was at.
She talk at all about her relationship with her parents?
Kind of. She just said they were mean or whatever. She didn't like them.
What's your last memory that you have of Celeste?
We were at PE. She told me, my friend, that she was running away, and she said it was because of her parents. And
I don't even this is hard. Like I said, I've only heard the basics of this story. I did not know she had an ex-boyfriend that stepped in and, made some certain comments about what was said to him. This is wild. Oh my gosh. This is fucking crazy.
She was joking about it, and she was happy, joking like she always was. And, it didn't seem real because she was playing around, joking about it. And the next day, she wasn't at school, and that's the last time I saw her.
This seems to match up with the first time Celeste was reported missing. This is also where David starts to come back into the picture. In January 2024, Celeste was actually spotted on a live stream with David when she was still 13 years old. Celeste was seen wearing a hoodie and glasses while engaging with David's fans who were talking in the chat. At one point, the conversation ends up about Jeffrey Epstein, which Celeste and David seem to get triggered by. At the end of the stream, David is heard telling his mods to delete everything.
I media trained you. That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Oh my gosh, bro. What? You can't even tell, you could tell it's her, but oh my gosh. I can't do this.
Really good.
Okay,
It's been a good one. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Mwah, mwah,
This shit makes
mwah,
my hair
mwah,
itch.
Mwah. Oh my. Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
This seems to indicate that around this time, the two were already meeting up in person and were dating. Especially considering David had recorded a song named Celeste back in December 2023, which was never released. The live stream showing them together was in January 2024, indicating that they might have started dating sometime in late 2023 or even earlier. Then fast forward to February 13, 2024, and Celeste was reported missing by her parents. She was 13 at the time when she reportedly ran away from home. Not long after Celeste went missing, the police somehow found her and returned her to her parents. This was essentially confirmed by Celeste's middle school teacher, who during his class told his class about the incident.
That's her in my classroom in front of this poster right here. Okay, hold up, I got another one because I got a picture on TMZ of this other kid exchanging stuff with the rapper who we alleged did this stuff. Hold on a second, because he's also in my classroom.
How long ago was
This we all just found out yesterday who it was, but she's been missing since I taught her. So when I taught her, she met this dude on social media. He was a rapper in LA. He came and got her. She ran away from home. She was gone for a month. The cops found her in Hollywood, brought her back to our school. She came back to our school, kind of told people this story. She disappeared again in May of that year. May of 2024. That's when her friends told me what happened, and it was this rapper that they were blackmailing him, all of this stuff. And then I found out yesterday that she's now dead in that rapper's car, cut into pieces. You want to know how they met? I feel like I just said it. social media.
But not long after she was returned home, she ended up running away from home again. On March 19th, she was caught on the surveillance camera of a liquor store close to her home, running past the store and jumping into a car that was waiting for her just outside of the camera's view. Later that day, Celeste's sister approached the liquor store to ask to review the camera, where she was able to identify that it was Celeste in the video. On the same day, the family reported Celeste missing, and her information was entered into the missing persons database. Around this time, David released a song called My House Is Not a Home on March 7, 2024. In the song, he seems to be talking about Celeste, and he said some very interesting things in the lyrics, singing, "Hello, I'm at your door again. I just needed a friend, but now I share a bed with you. Am I dumb to succumb to the noise? I'm not a little boy anymore. I've made my stupid choices too. Tell my mother that I'm sorry. Tell my father just the same. Tell my sister that her brother might as well have gone insane." Not long after this song, again Celeste was found and returned home to her parents. But again, she wouldn't remain home for long. A conversation between Celeste and a friend dated back to April 2024 gives us an idea of what Celeste was up to at the time. During the messages, she seems to confirm being intimate with David, as Celeste and her friend have a conversation that I'm not comfortable reading. But not long after this conversation in April, she ran away from home again, as in May 2024, her brother claims that she told him that she was planning on going to the movie with her boyfriend David. She then left her house, and her family didn't see her for some time after that. Now this is where the story starts to get a little muddy, as it was initially reported that the Celeste family hadn't seen Celeste since she disappeared in May. But TMZ acquired Nest camera footage from the house of one of Celeste's parents' neighbors, taken in September 2024. The footage shows Celeste arguing with her neighbors after one of the children from her neighbor's home ding-dong ditched her door. Her parents' neighbors confirmed that the girl they were arguing with in the video was indeed Celeste.
Let me talk real quick, okay? You gonna let me talk?
I ain't gonna let you talk.
No, you ain't gonna let me talk. Why you not gonna let me talk? You tripping. Nah, you tripping.
Is she texting someone behind your back?
Salvador, you tripping.
Oh my god.
She said it, hey, straight up. She said, you tripping, real talk, no. But that's weird. So they happened to see her in September of 2024, but the family hadn't seen her since 23? I don't know. Okay, hold on.
Nah, because you tripping. Move the out of here.
Oh.
You better get over there. Get your over there, little girl.
Which confused them because her mother had been passing out missing persons flyers of her daughter, but they just assumed that she had returned home.
That's what I'm saying. No, like, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's kind of crazy to me. Oh, shoot. My light went out. Yeah, that's what makes this whole thing very... if I was her neighbors, I would be hella confused too. Like, hold on, wait a minute. Isn't your mama going around passing out missing flyers about you? Where you been this whole time? So... I don't know, that's a bit strange. I would be honestly kind of freaked out if I was the neighbors. But that is very weird.
Parents last saw her in September 2024, not May 2024. Whether it was briefly or just for a day is what we don't know. Around this time that Celeste went missing, David was busy being a successful artist, dropping several unusual music videos. On December 9, 2024, while he was likely living with Celeste, he uploaded his music video for Where to Go Wrong. In the video, the girl and David seem to be having relationship issues that leads to the girl shooting David. Then on February 7, 2025, David released his music video for her song One More Dance. With this music video, like the others, there is again a girl who seems to resemble Celeste. In the video, David is seen dragging a body to the trunk of a car. At the end of the video, he is seen being buried by the Celeste lookalike and some other man. Mind you, this music video came out just months before what would happen to Celeste. A year later, after Celeste was last seen by her parents, on September 8, 2025, the police would find Celeste's dismembered, decomposing body in the trunk of David's Tesla.
Chopped and decomposed. Bless that girl's heart. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm sorry. I in a way, I pretty much believe this guy had a lot to do with this, 100%. There's no way he didn't. There's definitely some part he played in. I don't care. This is just sick.
On September 8th, the authorities were called to a Hollywood tow yard at around 12 p.m. They were called in to investigate a car in their tow yard. The car they were calling about was a Tesla that was reported abandoned in the area 5 days before, but that we now know might have been abandoned days before that. The car was then towed to the Hollywood tow yard, and after the car had been sitting there for a few days, it began to release a horrible odor, which made the tow yard staff suspicious, and they requested the police come check the vehicle. When the police arrived, they noticed the smell, and while searching the car, discovered a decomposing, dismembered body inside black plastic bags left in the trunk of the vehicle. Not long after the authorities identified the body as Celeste Rivas, they immediately released a few important details. They confirmed that Celeste had a tattoo on her finger right where David has a tattoo as well. They also revealed that Celeste's body only weighed about 70 pounds, which was extremely underweight for a girl of her age. This made me think that Celeste could have been kept against her will and not fed at some point after her disappearance. As every other time Celeste went missing, she ended up going back home. But after she was last seen in September 2024, she was not seen again by her parents until her body was discovered in David's trunk. Now,
right, the fact that it's in his car, and I think they recently said something about him not being a suspect, and I'm like, how? Now, this is just something I've seen on social media. It hasn't really been confirmed or not. I don't know, but from what I've heard, they're saying like he's not a suspect, and I'm like, how? I mean, shoot, look at it. Her dead, chopped up body is found in a car. Your car. You should have been first-hand suspect. I don't care. Like, I don't understand how this could even happen like this. Like, damn, bro. And it's crazy because, like, even back when I was in middle school and high school, like, I knew those girls that would, you know, take off and run away and do certain things, you know, and it's just like, this. Oh my gosh.
Only 70 pounds. This could indicate that at one point she could have tried to leave but was held against her will. After the police confirmed Celeste was the body in David's trunk, it would be long before we get any official updates. A cause of death couldn't initially be determined due to the state of decomposition the body was in. Still to this day, the cause of death hasn't officially been identified, even after Celeste's body was returned to her family for a proper burial. The autopsy labeled her death as deferred. It also seems to confirm that Celeste was likely dead for weeks before she was found. Around the same time Celeste's body was found, David had just started his Wither tour.
Yep.
The tour featured a strange death theme, as some fans recorded his show setup showing he had caskets set up like if his concert was a funeral.
Is he not snitching on himself at this point? I mean, from the music videos, the song lyrics, look at the tour theme. You know what I mean? The fact that you have a song named Celeste, the fact that, I mean, it's her name is in the lyrics. This man should be behind bars right now. Like, seriously. I remember he popped off in 2022, whatever. After that, completely forgot about the guy. Didn't even know who he was until this case popped up. So, oh my god. Caskets at their concert. Like, no. That's not a vibe.
This concert was taking place just as Celeste's body was found by the authorities, so it's pretty clear that he was referring to her with this whole casket theme. After the body was found in David's car, the authorities confirmed he was cooperating. Eventually, the authorities even searched David's home, where they were seen removing items as evidence. Not long after this happened, David's manager broke his lease and he moved out. This is also around the time masked men were seen around the house on camera. Even though the authorities had searched his home, they still didn't identify David as a suspect. And to this day, he hasn't been arrested or named a suspect. After all the information that was coming out, David's close friends confirmed that they indeed knew Celeste and had saw David with her many times, but they believed that she was 19 the entire time. At this point, everyone can agree that all the evidence clearly suggests David did something to Celeste, but for whatever reason, he still hasn't been arrested. The police claim they haven't arrested David because they can't prove if she was murdered. But my question is, why can't they arrest him for being in a relationship with a minor?
Right.
Or even better, why can't he be arrested on suspicion of murder? As Celeste was found in his car, they had a relationship prior to the incident, and she was missing for an entire year, possibly with David before her death. I believe if David wasn't a rich, successful artist, he would have at least been in jail pending an investigation. But for whatever reason, he's free to get rid of all the evidence to prove he did it. I believe this entire situation is extremely strange. All the foreshadowing in his music videos and songs and his reported obsession with gore and violence seems to paint a clear picture. David is more than likely behind her death. Knowing she was dead for weeks by the time he started his tour tells us he could have done it himself and likely did. Also, the music videos foreshadowing her death and his use of dark occult imagery seems to suggest this all could have been ritualistic. I go into that more in the first video I made about David. I honestly believe we are witnessing a cover-up, and this is why the authorities won't arrest him. It's sadly,
I believe it too. Definitely a cover-up.
Looking like David might eventually be cleared and never face the punishment for his crimes. It's so sad what happened to Celeste, who was only 14 years old when she died, a young girl with her whole life ahead of her. Rest in peace, Celeste, and condolences to her family. Well, that's it for this video. I want to thank...
That is so sad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like... If they let this man get away with this, oh my gosh. His judgment day, boy. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. That's all I really gotta say to this. I'm out. Deuces. I'll catch y'all on the next one.